Hi guys, so we are on week 2 for persuasion. We are still working on the essential question, how do authors use ethos, logos, and pathos to persuade their audiences? And you have a short task list. You are going to plan your speech, write your speech, edit your speech, record your speech, and then review your partner's speech. Okay, so a quick review of what ethos, logos, and pathos are. Ethos is credibility or trust. You can do this with confidence in your voice or your branding. And then logos is logic. This is normally expressed through facts and case studies and statistics. And pathos is emotion. So this is normally expressed through vivid language, through inspirational stories or quotes. Okay. So last week we did a checklist of what makes an effective speech. So we've got clear audience, clear purpose, the use of all three appeals, logos, ethos, and pathos, so a mixture of emotion, confidence, and facts, and then has facts and emotion, has a strong introduction that intrigues the reader or the audience, and then a strong conclusion that leaves a lasting impression. Okay, so congratulations, you are now in the run for the President of the United States of America. You have been selected as a presidential nominee of the USA. Now the whole country is waiting to hear your stance and your vision for the future. You'll be giving a speech at a convention in front of impressionable voters. You need a speech that will uplift the country and provide a hope for a bright future. How do you begin? Let's start by thinking about your structure. So I have given you an audience, a stance, a purpose, and some goals to start off with, and also a structure, but that's going to be in your plans. There's going to be an explanational video here walking you through those plans. Your audience, they're impressionable voters. Your stance as a president, these are your opinions, so you need to pick 3 problems that you see in the U.S. and then come up with 3 possible solutions for them. And then your purpose is to persuade the voters to vote for you. Your goals as for this assignment are to use a mixture of logos, pathos, and ethos. So a mixture of vivid language, confidence, and facts. The structure of your speech. You'll start with a hook, which gets the audience's attention. You'll begin explaining your 3 problems and then the solutions right after. So you'll start with the first problem, address a problem that you see in America, and then 2, provide a solution for that. So one of the problems that I see in America is that the divorce rate is as high as it is. 50% of divorces, or 50% of marriages end in divorces. A solution to that plan as president would be to make it harder for couples to get a divorce by making stricter laws on divorce. So that's an example of that sort of, I addressed a problem in America, I gave a stat to go with it, and then I provided a possible solution. Then after you've done that 3 times, you have a conclusion where you leave your audience with your final thought. And then tell them why they should vote for you. Normally in a conclusion, you recap all the things that you said in your speech. So you would say, these are the 3 problems that I will address as a president, and these are the solutions that I have outlined. I am the best candidate, so vote for me, or something like that. But probably more exciting and creative than what I just said. So I gave you a little link over here to this guy. His name is Andy Chang. He was running for student council president. I'm not sure where his school is, but he gave an awesome speech, and I'm pretty sure he won. So that's just an example of his body language. He shows confidence. He has vivid language. He's trustworthy because he talks about all his experience as a leader. So pretty successful speech. And here are a couple problems and solutions, because I feel like that's going to be the most challenging part, is to how to structure the problem and how to structure a solution. So in your speech, you can outline it like this. So there are 3 possible problems that I have here. One is the marriage problem. It says, how do we reduce the divorce rate? And in my speech, I outlined it as the divorce rate is really high in America. I outlined it as a statement. I said, this is the problem. And then as a solution, I, as president, will change the laws to make it more difficult for couples to divorce or impose a mandatory waiting period on couples before they can get married. Those are two possible solutions. And so see how these are your opinion. You might not agree with either one of those solutions, and so it's not 100% based on fact. It is your argument and your opinion. Whenever we get to argument in the future, argument will be 100% based on fact, and this is more of your opinion and what you think. And then the second one is environmental problem. What should we do to reduce the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? You could outline in that your speech as climate change is drastically affecting our environment. Possible solutions. We could use renewable energy to fuel your home and vehicles, make recycling mandatory within communities. So there are two ways you can outline the problem and a solution. And whenever you're finding these problems and these solutions, it might take a little bit of research. So you might need to, if you think of a problem or you've heard your parents talk about a problem in America, or even open the discussion up to them to, like, what do you think that we need to fix in the country? And then you can find some solutions based off of that. So if I think that climate change is an issue, I can look up possible solutions for climate change in America. And a lot of people have different ideas and opinions on that. So you're going to get a lot of information. All right, so the first step was to plan. And there was another video on the slide that I walked you through your plan. Now you're at the stage for writing. You're going to use your plan as a starting point, write out your speech, and then basically copy and paste your plan and then fill in with, make it complete sentences, make it grammatically correct, make sure there's punctuation in parts that you need to pause. Make sure that you're using the checklist, that you have all three appeals to rhetoric. You have logos, pathos, and ethos. Yeah. After you've written your speech, it's time to edit your speech. So you're going to read it out loud to your partner in a breakout room in class. And then after reading it out loud with your partner, add commas where you needed to take a break. So as you're reading, if you're feeling like, oh man, this is a long sentence, I need to catch my breath, you should probably add a comma or split that sentence in half into two different sentences. That's a sign that it is either a run-on sentence or you forgot to add a comma. Double check for spelling, for grammar, for punctuation mistakes. Those will affect how you say it out loud. Ask your partner for advice on what to add to make it more powerful. Maybe there's spots that you could add vivid language, or maybe a metaphor or a joke, or more evidence or facts, or more explanation. So maybe they were like, I don't understand your solution. Maybe you need to add another sentence to explain it. That makes sense. And so I put the link down here because this is the perfect time to use tutor.com to make changes to your speech. So you can click on this link. It will take you to the resourcing classroom. Go to the learning site. Your username is your PowerSchool number. The PIN is the last 4 digits of your PowerSchool number. You can send them your speech for free and they will give you advice. And you can update, after they send you back the responses, you can edit your speech and make it perfect. All right, so we have edited our speech, we've written our speech, we've planned our speech. The next thing is to record your speech. So use your Chromebook, record yourself speaking, and then post the video on this slide. So the way we do that, we insert video, and then Google Drive. Oh, see, there's a lot of videos of me teaching. should be on your drive that you can upload. All right. After you've done that, after you recorded your video and you put it up there, that is only for me to see. The only other person that is going to see your speech is your partner. So check out who your partner is. By now, you should have already done that because you were editing it. So I'm probably going to paste that over there too. And then after you are reading your partner's speech, you will fill out these answers. And these are the same answers from last week. So who is the author? What was the purpose of the speech? Which we know it was to vote for them, right? What strategies did they use to captivate their audience? Was it effective and why? What tactics can you steal? What things did you really like from their speech that you feel like you needed to add to yours? And then what could have they added to make it stronger? Maybe they could have put a joke in somewhere, or maybe they needed some punctuation. Maybe they needed a visual or something like that. So once you've done all those things, once you have planned your speech, written your speech, edited your speech, and then edited or reviewed your partner's speech, you are done with persuasion. Great job, guys. Bye.